Good afternoon, all. I welcome you all in the post-lunch session of AICTE approved Atal FDP on leadership and excellence. We have our third speaker with us, Dr. Satyanarayan sir. So I'll briefly introduce about Satyanarayan sir. He is working as a director, Center for Food Testing Laboratory, working as an associate professor in pharmaceutical chemistry at Bharati Vidyapeeth Deemed University, Pune College of Pharmacy, India. He has published over 65 research papers in peer-reviewed journals, national and international, and presented around 60 papers in various conferences. His research interest is natural product research, including herbal drug standardization, herb-drug interaction studies, and exploring role of natural products in neuroprotection. He received the prestigious Career Award for Young Teacher from All India Council of Technical Education, New Delhi. He has received the Best Researcher Award in 2013 from Bharati Vidyapeeth Deemed University. Also, he has received Itsna Baidyanath Award in 2019. He is recipient of various research projects worth 1 crore from various funding agencies like UGC, DST, National Medicinal Plant Board Department of Ayush and AICT. With this brief introduction, I request sir to proceed for the session. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Deepa, for a kind introduction. Just a minute.
Welcome, sir.
Let me share my presentation.
Yes, sir.
So, is it visible?
Yes, sir, it is visible. It is
Okay.
visible, sir.
Okay. So, good afternoon, one and all present here. First of all, thank you very much for the kind opportunity given by the coordinator, Dr. Savita, and co-coordinator, Dr. Vivita, for wonderful opportunity to share my views regarding this time management. Actually, we are not in the management field, and because the technical aspects of time management in management view will be totally different. But today's presentation, whatever I am going to give here is around some 60 to 70% is my own ideas, and some of the reference we have been collected from management aspects. So what I want to say that the whole content of today's presentation, it is maybe at the end of the things we can have a discussion about different points. Maybe you may have a different view on this time management. Maybe if you agree with those points, it will be good for you to follow. Or else maybe if at all, if you are differ from the aspect, even you can tell about your views. So we can have a wonderful discussion. Yes. Time management. When you just put if you search a word of time management in Google, and you can get a number of books, a number of articles, about the time management. There are so many authors, they have written about this. And recently, when one book when I read, it has given that there are more than million searches about time management, if you can search in the Google. And also there are people, they are looking for some kind of tips for time management. Every day there are number of people are looking for this time management things. So that shows clearly there is something with the time management. It's not like that simply time management is what we are just planning our time, and everyday timing we are planning so that we can able to control our work and we are managing well. We may think in this way, but the real aspect is if we really follow the time management strategies, and definitely it will lead to a lot of productivity and efficiency. That is what the true behind that. And you can see some very good books like How to Live on 24 Hours Day, Eat That Frog, by Brian Tracy. These books and all, in market it has already been sold in millions of copies. So that people are there to follow the time management. So no doubt it's a very important topic that we need to listen. There are two sets of people, as we all are aware that as the picture shows, you can see the left side there is an organized version and right side there is an unorganized thing. Right. So this type of pardon, is there any problem? Okay. So there are two types of people we know very well. One is organized people, one is unorganized. So like how these ropes are here, you can see it is well organized in one side, the another side it's a randomly it has been kept. So that means you can live your life in any way. Either if you want it, if you want to keep it in a organized way or in an unorganized way, that is up to you. But if we make our lifestyle in an organized way by maintaining all those aspects, then it may lead to a comfortable lifestyle. That's what we want to know. So the truth about the time management usually it refers to the way that how you organize and how you plan the available timing as per your goal. Okay, so how long you are spending for on specific activities so that the whole day how you are going to manage. So if you are planning that thing in a systematic manner, so that talks about time management. So if you maintain this time management in a proper way, then you can get a greater productivity and efficiency, a better professional reputation. Of course, the stress level is going to be completely reduced and increased opportunities for advancement and great opportunity to achieve your goals. So these are some of the advantages of your time management. And if you see the significance of time management, yes, it allows people to make the most of the least. But usually people used to say that within less time you will do more work. It's not like that. Work is going to be more. There is no doubt. But how you are going to plan that and the time management will give you an opportunity to do all the work in sufficient and in a time in an efficient way. So it enhances one's knowledge about how to spend the time in a constructive manner. Okay, so you will come to know once you start following such strategies, how to systematize and manage your lifestyle. At last, why we are doing all this thing, you will not feel pressurized or overburdened due to any kind of work. So that's what the time management. So why it is required to utilize the available time in optimum manner to achieve one's personal and professional goal. So you all have we all have some goals in our life, right? Maybe it's a personal level or maybe in the professional level, we have a certain goals. So when you have a certain goal, how to achieve the goals, you will have a certain plan. If you don't have goal and if you don't have plan, and it will be very difficult how to manage your everyday life, right? Without any goal, if you are involving in some professional activities and achieving something at some milestones, it is not possible. So better to have some goal. So if you want to achieve that goal, then that thing should be organized in a systematic manner. After all, this is for finally to lead a comfortable life. That's what we are going to look at this. Some myths about the time management. Usually what happens if you talk about time management with some people, they may say, I do very well. I can manage my time. What is the need for going for a time management, right? People say the time management is nothing but a common sense. Just you can just do, maybe you can get more and more done in less time. This is there. Some people used to say it takes all the fun out of life. In one case, it is correct. Actually, you think if somebody lives in with their time plan, exactly some time plan, morning 6 o'clock means 6 o'clock they'll get up. Okay, once they woke up from the bed, say 5:45 for example, then they will wait till another 15 minutes. So once it becomes 6, they will get up from the bed and do exactly as per your time. Yes, so that will remove all your fun of the life. That is not time management. If you are strictly following your time, exactly you make a time schedule and you are following like a military man if you are doing, So that is not a life, but time management is entirely different. Okay, some people used to say, I work better under pressure, right? This is commonly I could see with many people. If somebody pressurize you, you will achieve the target. For example, we all are academicians. So when we have a target in our college, some activities are already planned. So if they say within next 2 days, you have to submit all these things, then the people will do automatically. Some people used to wait till the last day of that activity. Okay, immediately first any activity is announced. First the question what they ask is the what is the last date, right? So this becoming a habit. Okay, so I work under, I mean, better under pressure. These kind of things are there about the time management. Some used to say, no matter what I do, I won't have enough time at all. This is what the another category. So whatever steps I take, no, I don't have time. So such things are there, but if you really look into the books or maybe the strategies which are told by some good management people, and if you can go through those steps, definitely you can come across, you can just overcome all these myths and finally you can set your goals, you can achieve your goals in a proper manner. Let me come to the practical problems now. Actually, what I thought, instead of talking in the technical aspects of time management, let us go a little bit practically. So today in the lecture, all our academicians are present. So we all are facing same kind of problems in our institutes. Okay. So what kind of problems we are facing? So the difficulties in the work style of academicians, let us take as an example and let us go ahead. We will frame the whole concept around that. Okay. So usually we have our lecture practical schedules. With that schedules, you have been already given the schedule and you are working. But at the same time, when you are getting worried, the other tasks which are given to you other than your academics, right? You will be given lot many works. Example, you will be working for your accreditation work, you are working, your principal you asked to involve in kind of extracurricular activities, co-curricular activities, sports activities. Nowadays, due to this accreditation and all other work, people are more involving in clerical work compared to your academic work. Normally it happens in many colleges. So many articles have been also published. This accreditation work and other thing leads to reduction in the time of teaching and other coaching, but involving people more in clerical work. It's true. We all are doing such kind of work, but that time you are getting frustrated. Okay. Especially nowadays, now after COVID, we all are involving in online teaching. So online teaching, we don't know whether the students are sitting in front of us, whether they are attending or not. Just you have to imagine yourself and you are just delivering the lecture. So that could be the lecture. It's not like your lecture like how you are taking in the classroom by seeing the face expressions of the students and understanding whether really they are attending or not, which point when you are talking that time, whether it reaches them or not. These things we don't know, but still we are taking the lectures and practicals demonstrations. We give, if along with that, when the task comes to you, you will be given one task that has to be done within 2-3 days. You will be doing that work and suddenly the other work will come. Maybe your higher authority will call you and they are going to give you the another work. Maybe this work has to be done. I'm emergency work. Immediately I need this document from you. So automatically you start get frustrated. Okay, you will not say to your higher authority that this work I have, this another work I have, but you are under frustration. So this is what normally happen to many people. So you may not able to adjust the time. Many are struggling. I don't have time how to do all this activity. In every college it happens. In the morning, once you come to the college or when you talk to your colleague, the colleague will start complaining about, "Arey, this one is there, that one is there. How I can do this multitasking and all? Is it possible to do this kind of statement every time we are listening?" But a person who is planning properly can come out of all these frustrations. Okay, so that is what the strategies we need to see. So I have put some of the ideas, some of the techniques to come out of these problems. Let us see. One point is the be an effective performer. Okay, You all are knowing there are good performance in our institute. Usually there will be a effective performance and efficient performance. People are, you can, two category you can do. They may be efficient, but they may not be effective. So efficient people are a hard work people. They will be so sincere. They will be always busy, but not necessarily effective. Okay, they cannot present themselves as effective people. So why this is happening? You take a task and you are keep on working on the task the whole day. Full day you are working, but there may be a lack of this smart work. Okay, something, see this picture, what a simple example. Everybody knows this example. We already studied in school days. They studied that hard worker and smart worker, that crow, when it want to drink that water, if the crow is putting all small stones, how much time it will take. But at the same time, the second picture is showing by doing some smart work, he can able to drink within quickly, he can able to finish this task. So always it is important to look into the task properly. What is this task? What is our expertise? And how much time I can devote for this, and how I can able to work for this task. This, if you can able to plan yourself properly, then you can really work without any frustration. So that is the, be an effective performer and accordingly prepare your task. Management aspects, they say as per the UK time management, this is they are giving as a course of actions. What implementation of the time management they are keeping in a course of actions. What are these? First, evaluate yourself, assess your behavior, setting up short and long term goals, visualize goals, objectives and tasks, be efficient and work hard, support and assistance, setting up schedules. Like they are dividing the whole task, implementing the time management into different sections. Okay, so we can just understand. I'm not going in a deep of all these points. Evaluate yourself. What self evaluation? First, you are evaluating yourself completely. Where I am lacking. Okay, so how I am planning. When I come to, you can take an example of any one day of your college day. When you go to a college, just think about the first one day. What I am doing. Morning 10 o'clock, I have come to the college. The first 1 hour, what I did. Second 1 hour, what I did. After that, third 1 hour, what I did. So if you can able to analyze yourself where your time goes waste, you can able to note it. It may not be for the throughout the year, but at least 1 or 2 days in a week, if you can really analyze, so what kind of work is making yourself wasting your time, like that you can able to analyze yourself. Then according to that, you can assess your behavior, how you are behaving. Behavior, why we are bringing here, it is very important that whenever it's some, suppose simple example will give, when some person, your colleague is coming to your cabin, or you are there talking to you, when you are involving in important work, you should be able to tell the person that I am involving in some sort of work. This work has to be completed within 1 or 2 hours. So I am doing the work, because your colleague or your friend may not have some kind of urgent work on that day, but he or she don't know that you are involving in the important work. Okay, unless until you tell to them, they may not know about that. So what you will do, you will hesitate to tell because is your close friend. Just you have come to your cabin and they are discussing about some issues, and you will start discuss about that problem and you cannot finish your task. Okay, so assess your behavior, how you are behaving with your colleagues and all other people in your surrounding. So that can I make some simple changes in my behavior? Is it really required? Yes, you need to think about that and you can do it. Setting up short and long term goals. Keep some short long term goals. Today, work wise, when we talk, maybe if you have a 1 month goal, or maybe a 6 months goal, or maybe you can have a weekly goals. You can divide such goals, short term and long term goals within 1 month. For example, accreditation work we are doing. So you all may be knowing NBA work is going on in all colleges. So you will be having a little bit a short, a long term goal. Maybe a 6 months I have to complete. These are all the work. You will have a goal. According to that, the planner will be prepared. Then if you have a short term goals, today and tomorrow I am going to complete this task. So what should be done? That the goals you can make. Then visualize the goals, how that goals are going to be achieved. It can be completely visualized. Find about that objectives, read that objectives, understand the objective and the task. Accordingly, you can set your timings. Okay. Then of course you should be efficient and work hard. That is normally, but add your smart work also in that. Get support and assistance. That's very, very important. I'm going to give in the next 2 slides after that one, how to get the support from assistance from others. We all are working in a society. It's not like that simply you are only going to do all work. It is always required to get support and assistance from your neighbors, from your colleagues, from your subordinates, so that your work can be done in an efficient way, so that you can set the whole schedules, act as per the schedule. This is what they are explaining about how to implement the time management. But I'll just put the whole things in a simple way. This is the simple way as per my idea. You can see in office, let us take a small example of an office work. So set a goal, plan the activities, delegate the work if possible, execute the work and enjoy the happiness. This is what normally for any kind of work it can be useful. You are doing all kind of work, like if you are writing a project work, this will be applied. If you are working for a research work, this will be applied. You are organizing a conference, this can be possible. Or you are working for small seminars, this is done. You are working in a teamwork, a team building, and one team you are going to manage. Yes, this will work. So for any kind of work, this is a normal minimum strategy. Set a goal, plan the activities, delegate the work, execute and enjoy the happiness. Okay, so let us take an for this point, plan the activities. How to plan? We can follow this matrix. This everybody knows this matrix, but unfortunately we are not, many of us are not following. Genuinely you ask yourself whether are you following every day. This matrix you must have come across in many lectures or many books or many articles, you must have seen that. But we also tell our students also do these things, but are we following these things? I don't think so. Many of us, we don't follow that. Make it as a 4 column. Yes, the first column you make it as urgent, the first column which is important but urgent. Okay, some task you maintain that this task is most important, we have to do it, but it is very much urgent. Now we have to complete this thing. So keep it in your first list, do it first. Okay, it's the important work, but it is not urgent now. I can do it little bit later also. So you can schedule that when you can able to do as per the priority, maybe this week or maybe next week or next day, you can able to schedule that one. Okay. Third one, the work is not much important, but it is urgent. Okay. That means you only, suppose you don't have to do that work by yourself, but that is a urgent work. It's not much important. Even I can give it to my subordinate. Even I can delegate the work to my assistant or maybe my colleague to whom I believe that person can do this work. Okay. So such a work, you delegate that work to somebody else, so that that urgent work, the work can be done quickly, but you are not required for that work. Okay. This can be delegated. Then the work which is not important and which is not urgent, try to avoid that completely. Okay, most of the time when we involve in the first, that green color work, when we involve, maybe the red color work may interfere in your schedule. Then we will just shift our work from green color to red color and you will start doing that work. The outcome of the work is going to be zero. So finally, what will happen? Your important work and urgent work will get hampered, so that your authority will fire you, or maybe you have to meet all the consequences. Okay. So this matrix can be easily applied once you start practicing. The first few days it will be little bit difficult. Okay. First of all, just for planning when you are sitting, that will give you a little bit complicated thing, how to assign this work is an important work. Start doing first. When you start doing, then automatically the work is going to be very much easy. Okay, let us take the same office work as an example and we will proceed further now. Now we are discussing about as an educational institution, what kind of problems we are facing. Accordingly, we are doing now that problems. If you are here, the office means maybe you can take it as your college. So here regular office work, what will be the problems that you have already seen and how to manage this thing. Do first one, plan the day every morning, either at your home or once you reach your institute, you can plan. Allot some 5 to 10 minutes time for that. That's very, very, very essential. Okay, you make a list, a small list, to-do list. Okay, so today it may be you can have a big list for a week or 2-3 days, but everyday list can be prepared in the morning. Okay, so you apply that matrix, that important, urgent, that matrix you can apply here also. Then make point wise. First work, what is my first work? What is my second work? What is third work? Even if it is possible, please put your timing also. Morning 10 to 1, I want to involve in this activity. Okay, so your lecture timings will be fixed, so you cannot change that one. Example, if you have a lecture from 11 to 12, so first you can fill it up. 11 to 12 you have a lecture, so the remaining time, how we can allot for different kind of works, you can allot it. So first morning when you are doing this work for at least some 10 minutes, even if you take a 15 minutes also, there is no problem at all. That 15 minutes peacefully you can sit and do this work. The entire day is going to be very much comfortable for you if the planning is done properly. So that small paper or that small diary, you can keep it with you always. Okay, so every day you are making a to-do list which is available with you. Then list out all the things as per the priority. Then delegate the work. That also, if you want, you can make. So this work of 12 to 1 I can able to do. But what to whom I can give this work? You can just delegate the work. Okay, delegation is very, very important. Then only the whole task can be completed in stipulated time. Okay, then the whole task, if a big task you are taking, please make it into a simple forms. Within a day you cannot able to complete the whole task. Okay, it may take more time. When you take more time and if you keep on thinking about it's taking more time, these are all the things to be done. Example, just we will go for an organization of a conference. Okay, you have been given a responsibility to organize a big international congress. So the international conference you want to do, what are all the things are required? You need to get all the speakers from all throughout the countries. You want to get all the speakers, their confirmation, the mail has to be done, the website has to be created. So once the website is created, somebody has to look after the website, the registration, some desk should be arranged. Likewise, if you think, then it is going to be a very big task.
Sir,
And if
sorry
you
to interrupt.
please,
Sir, one
yeah.
participant has some doubt. Kama Harsha, you can ask the question. You have raised hand. So, do you have any question?
Is there any question? I could not see the chat box here. So because I
Kama
have made it.
Harsha, do you have any question? So, if you have any question, you can put it in the chat box or directly you can ask to sir. Okay, sir, you can proceed.
Yeah. Because the problem is I could not see the chat box here because I have made into the full slideshow. So Dr. Deepa, please you can tell me if at all anything comes in between.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, sir. I will interrupt you in between.
Yeah. Even anytime you can please interrupt me, not a problem. Otherwise, if you want to discuss about the questions, maybe in the end of the lecture also fine. Doesn't matter. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, so we were in the point of dividing the task. Yes. So always if you divide the task, then it is going to be very simple. So just if you are instead of discussing it, instead of thinking about that, it's a major task how to do this one. Likewise, then the 1 or 2 days or maybe a week or even month also will go only thinking only instead of executing the work. So please put it in a paper what it's required, what is the time is required, what are all the time schedule that I'm going to take this task. Likewise, you can make it into simple forms. Then the everyday list, you just come to that point now. The everyday list, you divide the things and do that work, review at the end of the day. Now the problem is, suppose you have made 5 tasks in a day. At the end of the day, you cannot tell that all the 5 tasks you can able to finish. Okay, sometimes, some days you can able to complete the 5 tasks. Sometimes you may able to finish only 3 tasks. Doesn't matter. What you can do when you are reviewing at the end of the day. Okay, today I have done only 3 tasks. Finish. Another 2 tasks are pending, which can be carried forward to the next day. Okay, so you don't worry about that. Today I cannot do. I could not finish the work because the available time is only that much. You cannot take it more. So time management is not like that. Within available time we have to do more work. No, it's not like that. Within available time, efficiently, constructively, how we are making that planning, that is very important. If at all that work could not be done, that doesn't matter. So the delegation, I told you, if feasible you can delegate, because many of the people, even in corporate, there are many, they are not delegating the works. That is the major drawback of any good leader. A good leader should able to know how to delegate the work. Okay, so you don't spend your time for any kind of work. That work, if it is possible by your subordinate, don't waste your time in doing that work. In college, a principal is not required to do all type of work, but the final authority is a principal. Okay, for each and every aspect, if you approach a principal and he has to give the final decision, means the whole college cannot run in a proper way. Why? There are HODs are available, there are department heads are available, there are class teachers are available. So each level, that channel is there. Okay, so a perfect leader should distribute the work to his channels so that the work can be done in an efficient way. Okay, we were talking about your class teacher is talking a problem of a student in the classroom, right? The student has maybe some students they lost their bag or something they lost. It's a small matter. The small matter, the student lost his bag. It has come to the class teacher. Class teacher should solve the problem at class teacher level. How? Maybe you can look at the CCTV or maybe you can talk to the friends of that student and then you can able to solve the problem. Once the problem has come to a class teacher, immediately the class teacher is going to a principal. What will happen? Then the principal has to solve this problem, means he is wasting his valuable time for a small problem. Okay. Here I am giving a simple example of a small problem. You can imagine what kind of problems at a departmental level is taking place. Then the departmental head should be in the position to solve the problem. Okay, so the time of the higher authorities will not be wasted. So when you are in a position, maybe all are not principal in this group, but I'm telling you may be a HOD, you may be a professor or associate professor or whatever may be your level. But what is your time if that simple work can be done by your research associates, if the simple work can be done by your assistants or maybe by your student, then that work can be given to them. Okay, so that saves your time and also the another advantage, it develops your subordinates. Okay, they will be get developed, they get good exposure to solve the problem and they are doing that. Okay, so likewise the delegation, it will improve your results and it will reduce your stress also. Okay, usually you can see in companies, here I mentioned the supervisors, you can use even think about the managers or anywhere. They often complain that they are running out of time, but their subordinates are running out of work. So in that cases, delegation comes in the picture. Okay, So delegation is very, very important. You need to delegate the work, try to learn that work, because if you can read most of the leadership books, delegation comes to one of the important aspect. Then the delegation, a corporate level leaders are taking training in these cases. Okay, it's not an abdication. That is also some degree of controls needs to be maintained. That also. What are the difficulties are there in delegation? So difficulties in delegation, people used to think in this way, like it's risky. Okay, one or two points, maybe it may match with each one of you, at least any one of point. What we think, if we will not give the work to anybody else, it is risky. Usually some people say nobody can do it as well as I can. This concept is there for most of the people, because people will get completely satisfied if they do the work by themselves. Only if I do by myself, I can able to do this. One simple Excel sheet preparation. Okay, HOD level, he will sit and do that work. Why not? It can be given to the another departmental people. He can do. He is not for that. A head of the department or a principal in a college is not to do simple clerical work like preparing an Excel sheet or maybe preparing a Word file for a department. No, but they should have a vision. They should bring out lot many changes. Okay, to suppose a university level, a vice chancellor is present. A vice chancellor is expected to bring a good, to achieve the vision of that, or he should have a long-term vision. To achieve that, he should bring lot many plans. That plans has to be discussed with the different people. He has to spend time in that. He should not spend time in simple aspects of the college problems. Maybe you can have a departmental problem. Those things cannot be taken to the vice chancellor level. Okay, so you think about your position. So don't think that others cannot do that work. Others can conveniently do that work. Okay, you may think lot many people are getting retired and lot many people are going. One person is working well and performing very much. Okay, one professor is doing very much a good performer. But after his retirement, whether the department is going to be completely down? No, never. There are the other people, other these associate, his assistants are coming and they are going to run the department well. A principal is a very much effective, efficient principal is there, is running the college. After his period, the college will not go down. It is going to be run. It is going to be performed well. So doesn't mean that you only can do any kind of task very well. Not like that. Others also can do that work. Just allot the work to them. So that is important. Don't think that that is you like to be a top of everything, and we don't sit and think. We enjoy doing things. This is also there. There is some people are there. They enjoy that doing that work, and they never give it to somebody else. Some task is given to some people in the college. Let's take any one example in our college, maybe. Okay, so that task they will enjoy doing that work and they'll keep it with them only. They never give it to others. So this kind of things should be avoided to make a good time management. So delegation is a great motivator. It enriches jobs, improves performance and raises morale. Okay, so coming to common problems in the office mismanagement, what is the thing? You should have an efficient system of office working. Create a system of working. Okay, what time you will be available for your students? What time you will be available for research discussion? What time is lecture time? What time is practical time? What time is available for the other curricular activities? This has to be a system should be there. Okay, likewise a system you can make it. Utilize all the resources completely and especially handle the telephones properly. Now in all the educational institutions, phones are allowed, not like industries. You all are aware that industries, they don't allow phone, right? Pharma industries about I'm talking, I know about that. In pharma industries, most of the industries, when you enter inside, the phone should be submitted. Then later on, when you come out of the work, then the phone can be taken out. Because phone is such a nuisance, right? If somebody is calling in between during your job and you will keep on talking with them, you will talk, otherwise the other person opposite side will talk. you will not cut the phone, and that will unnecessarily waste your time. So handle the telephones very much properly. You think some of the higher authorities are sitting in their cabin. Some people will be waiting outside, but somebody will call, but he will attend that. What is the fun in doing that? If somebody is waiting for more than 1 hour outside, we are not attending them. But if somebody calls and you are taking and you are talking, okay, so that is what some of the personal assistants are kept for some higher authorities, and they will handle the phone. So the phones will be, so you handle the phone properly. Time effectiveness in offices. See this picture. In a table, this kind of paper should not be there. Compare the two pictures here. One table is very neat, only one paper is available. So that work should be done, one work at a time. Once you taken the work, finish that work and go for the other work. And if you are keep on pending that work, this work we can keep it for pending. Later on we can work if you think, then that papers will pile up in on your table and keep on, it will be present. That means the work is not done. Tomorrow we will do, day after tomorrow you will do, likewise you will postpone and you will not do only. So one work at time is a good strategy to maintain your time. So concentration is a great time saver. If you have only one file in front of you, you can concentrate more. Whereas if you have plenty of papers in front of you, which work you will concentrate? There is a recommended principle for the paperwork is to handle each piece of paper only once. Okay, that means what? You are taking a work, you are handling that work and complete that work. Normally what we do when we are doing some work, some students will come and ask, sir, this is to be done. No, I don't have time, come later. You are postponing that. Maybe that work is just a 1 minute work just for signing. Just maybe they want something for signing. We will say come after 1 hour. After 1 hour they will come. Really after 1 hour you will have some very important work where you cannot engage that person. You will tell them go and come tomorrow. So unnecessarily, instead of postponing the work, any work what we take, let us finish that work by that moment. So sort the papers under for action, for information, for reading. You can have your own words. For action, for example, temporary file. Today I have to finish this, like some papers will be there. Just for information, you can have a separate section. For reading, if you want to read, now I cannot read, I want to read it tomorrow. Keep that in a reading section. Waste papers, you keep a bottom drawer for that. Likewise, if you can sort the paper so that you can keep your place in a very neat, so that the timing for taking the paper, your table is full of paper and one person will come, yesterday I given some papers, sir, where it is, and you are starting searching for the paper for half an hour, so your time is going to be waste. So these are all the way how you can manage your timings. Use of social media, lot many things can be discussed about that. A great time waster is the social media. Everybody will agree for that. Because nowadays people are completely into Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, Twitter. Once you sit in the Facebook, you will forget about your all other work. Keep on, because the contents in the Facebook will attract you. Automatically you will go behind that unknowingly. Intentionally you will not do, but the content will drag you inside it, automatically it will take you. So that great time waster is a social media. So I'm not saying that don't use social media. No, not like that. Maybe during your working time, the social media access should be reduced or it should not be used at all. Okay, for some, because nowadays we are updating everything in that. So maybe it may be required during working time for some reason. So use that, but reduce that use. Otherwise, if you are strictly not using also, that is also will do. So keep some selected channels instead of keeping all those things together, like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and what all the other things are there. Everything if you are keeping, and you are becoming member of all those things and keep on doing. Instead of that, keep some limited channels in which you focus more. If you are a good YouTuber, keep on YouTube channel and focus more. If you are interested in Facebook, do it. Nowadays, getting membership, I mean getting the friends in Facebook and all things, it take more time. So people are giving option to buy that contacts also. So that option you can go for that option, so that you will get more friends, then you can get more likes and whatever things you want to do it in that. Okay. So you keep a specific time schedule for the social media, then use accordingly. It's very important. This slide is practice to say no. How many of you are readily say no to your colleagues? You may say no to your colleagues, but you may not. But most of the people, they don't say because the other person may take it in another way. If some work when you are doing the other work, they are bringing and giving to you. So this work, if really it is the part of your work, you have to accept. If it is not part of your work, you are not into that picture at all, try to say no. What will happen? You may feel uncomfortable because your friend maybe it is your colleague, but when the work comes, this friend, colleague and all other things, I think you can keep it in a side. You can tell them. If your close friend or colleague, if he or she don't understand about your concept, then he or she may not be a good friend of you. So if a good friend, if you have that good friend, definitely you will understand that, okay, he has got this work. So he's not accepting this work. He's saying no. Your colleague should understand. So feel free to tell no. Try to tell no. Two things are there in leadership qualities. One is ask, another one is no. These two words are there. Ask help to anybody, even to your subordinate, even to your student, even to your assistant. Ask help. At the max, what will happen? They will say no, right? But if you get a help, it is good for you. So always ask. Otherwise, another thing, try to say no. Okay, because you are not here to make others happy. You cannot make happy all. Okay, so you have to do what you have to do. You have to maximize your impact and contribution. That is what your thing. So time management, one major part is say no. Punctuality, yes. Here many we are lacking in punctuality because we don't go to some of the program and other thing in a proper time. So be in time. Always enjoy the happiness of be in time for before 5 to 10 minutes. Go to the particular place and see that happiness. Okay, usually what will happen? You will go to the program. If 10 o'clock is the program, your mind will tell 10 o'clock. But keep in your mind that program is at least before 10-15 minutes, I should be present over there. For that, what time I should start? Like that, you fix a timing and go to the program in a proper timing so that will give you a real happiness. You will not get all stress into that. Meetings are again another one thing which will waste your times more. But I'm not saying don't go to the meeting. Meeting should be there. But where you are not required, then say no to that meeting. Otherwise, what will happen? Unnecessarily, you will sit in the meeting. The meeting will go on as per the agenda. Some other people will be involved. You will be waiting for more than 1 hour without any output. Okay, if you are not required for the meeting, you can say, for this meeting, I am not required, so I will be doing for other work. Can be easily told. And if you are conducting a meeting, keep a meeting with specific agenda. Most of the meetings, people don't follow the agenda. That is what it takes more time. Agenda should be well defined. As far as possible, the last point, any other items miscellaneous, please avoid that. Specific agenda, 4 points, 5 points, 8 points. If you keep agenda, the person, if you are a person conducting a meeting, then be specific with that point and tell them this is the point. Specifically ask questions, specifically get answers from them and stop. Be aware of hijackers. What will happen? With one point, they will talk about the irrelevant point and the whole meeting discussion will be turned to something else other than your agenda. Finally, what will happen? You will end up with wasting your time. So that should not be the case. Okay, so these are some of the office related thing, how we are working in the office and how you have to do this one. But time management for scientific presentations and lectures. You all are going to give some lectures, seminars, talk in workshop, or maybe in a conferences or presenting. Okay. There is very important thing is talk within the time given, right? But most of the places it's not happening. Delivering a talk within a time is an art. So you have to design your content in such a way that you can able to finish your talk within this time. If 1 hour is allotted, you have to complete within this 1 hour. I think many of the places speakers will not have control. Okay, so for that, what you should done, you can have a small rehearsal before your talk, how much time it's taking, right? Because if the talk is a very lengthy talk, even the interest of the audience also will go down. You need to do lot many techniques, right? Because universally accepted fact is audience concentration is always diverted every 20 minutes, whatever may be the talk. I cannot see all your faces, whether the talk, whether you understand or you are very much interested. Only initially I told you the drawback of the online lecture is we cannot see the people, but seeing the people and acting is different. Seeing the people delivering content is different for a good public speaker. Okay, so we should control by some interaction after 20 minutes is very much needed for any kind of talk. Usually it happens. Otherwise, what will happen? You will talk something and people will think about something and the timing will be, you may not control the timing, then the person will ask you to stop the talk. Usually you must have seen in many conferences, right? In the conferences, the chairmen and co-chairmen, they will maintain the time, right? Many times the chairmen will tell, 2, 3 times they will tell, you have only 2 minutes, your time is already over, you have already crossed your limit. This much they will tell. Still people continuously talk. What will happen? You have taken more time, then the other speaker, he has to adjust his time, he has to reduce his content. So these all problems are there in the conferences. So better prepare the presentation in such a way that it should fit within the timing. The basic aim is what to communicate the knowledge, whatever may be your conferences. Okay, but people start about explaining about their institute. You must have seen in many conferences. First, the talk time will be given for 20 minutes for presentation. The people will talk more than 15 minutes about their college. My college is situated at the geographical sources of the college. It is situated at the Pune, very much center place at Deccan. The Deccan is very much known for all these and that thing. And we have a 5-storied building with infrastructure, state of art, and showing the photos of colleges, how it is looking like this one, that one, everything. By the time you finish your introduction of your college, 15 minutes already over. Then you will come to your research activities about presentation, introduction. You will start introduction. You will come to the need of work. Then the chairman will tell your time over. Huh? So time is not there to explain your results and discussion at all. What is required there in the conference? The results and discussion is required for the people. They are there. They are expecting the things from you. They are not expecting about your whole college history and your achievements and all. Right. So think about that. Accordingly, you have to talk. Lengthy talks more than your time invites trouble. See the audience whether sitting like this or really they are keen in observing your talk, they are observing at all. Because people don't have control. Actually, I want to say one thing. ऐसा एक आदमी बात कर रहा था that one person was talking for more than 1 hour. Okay, keep on talking. So the whole group like this they were sitting and still the person was not stopping. Then धीरे धीरे सभी लोग just they started leaving the hall. Okay, out of 100 people 50 लोग निकल गए, फिर भी ये बंदा बोल रहा है, और भी 25 लोग निकल गए और भी वो बोल रहा है. Only 5 people are sitting, still he was talking. अरे भाई 5 लोग तो सुनते, तो I can talk more, was talking. Then that 5 people also only left, only 1 person was sitting. बहुत गुस्सा से देख रहा है इसको. तो ये स्पीकर का हो गया, अच्छा बाबा अभी तो बंद करना पड़ेगा. So what he did, let me stop my talk. Then he just stopped. But that person was sitting, no, he was looking at him with full of angry, and he was taking one small knife from his packet. He has removed his knife and he was looking here and there. Then the speaker got very much scared. He came down. He came to that, अरे बाबा तुम कुछ इतना गुस्सा क्यों कर रहे हो, मैं तो बंद कर लिया talk. अगर तुमको कुछ करना है ना, if you want to kill me, just kill me. You are not doing that, simply seeing here and there. तो वो बंदा बोला था, I can kill you. If I kill you, it will go up to the level of you. But I am searching for the organizer. तुम्हारे जैसे लोगों को लेके आया ना, वैसा ऑर्गेनाइजर को ढूंढ रहा हूं, उसको मार डालना चाहिए. Like that, you talk should not go, right? Your timing, whenever you are given at 1 hour timing, be strict to that 1 hour time. Otherwise, the content also is going to be completely waste and you will be in trouble in the thing. So maintain the timing during lecture is important. Some of the presentations will involve such a complicated tables and people start explaining each part right from the beginning, like this, the 0 to 4 group of the things, they have a weight of 4.6 plus or minus this thing, started reading plus or minus 1, 55.9 plus or minus 2.9, like this data, each row, each column, if you start reading, how much time it will take and how it will be boring here. Somehow, so don't use such slides when you are going for a thing, it will kill your time. See this slide, like this kind of graphs, and people keep on going through this graph. This is the graph. What I want to say about this graph, when you compare to this one, it is showing the higher activity, whereas you compare to this one, that is showing another activity. What is showing there? You are showing here, like this closed values and all other things. First of all, it is not been attracting the audience. Second thing, you are wasting your whole time for that. So your presentation should be short and sweet. The time should be very much crispy. Okay, understand the audience and adjust the time of talk. Check whether they check their watches, because our audiences are very smart, usually they what to do, if your talk is going more lengthy, वो फ्रंट रो में बैठेंगे और वॉच को बार बार देखेंगे. मतलब क्या है, दे आर नॉट सीइंग द टाइमिंग. वो इनडायरेक्टली बोल रहा है कि आपका बंद करो, टाइमिंग हो गया, राइट? सो यू शुड चेक वेदर दे आर चेकिंग देयर वॉचेस. और अभी भी तुमने बंद नहीं किया, ऑटोमेटिकली दे विल रिमूव देयर वॉच और वो कान के बाद में लेके चेक कर दे. They are not checking watch. You are giving the indirect indication that you stop your talk. So how to waste the time during your talk? If you are going for a talk, these are the way you are going to waste your talk, right? Forget the time, arrive late and create a mess. You go to your place not in the proper time, forget your time, 10 minutes you go late and then you are creating a mess. Sorry, late ho gaya. Then you start your all those arrangements. Okay. So talk irrelevantly in the name of casual talk. टॉपिक और जो बोलने वाले उसको संबंध ही नहीं रहेगा, and you are going to talk for too much time on that aspect and forget about your main content. Okay, so these things you can avoid. Checking AV8s at the last moment and waste time. This is usually happen in many scientific talks. If a scientific talk is going to be organized, then well before time, check all the AV8s and you be ready so that that time can be managed. Okay, show the facilities of PowerPoint presentation. PowerPoint presentation, that also there are people they are using in a different way. Use all animations which will waste your whole timing. Like I'll give one example. You see here, if I want to put one sentence now, for example, like this. What is there? By using some animation, time management is a process planning. इतना time लोग रुकने का क्या? They looking, then they are reading that time management is a process of planning and saving your time. It should come in a single click. Don't use all the PowerPoint presentations in your presentation to show your talent or show the capability of the PowerPoint presentation. Not like that. Some people used to give some butterflies, they will jump and then the letters will jump, then will come and settle in the place. Don't do such kind of things to maintain the timing. Torture your audience. Speak for 30 minutes and then say, now I am coming to my central point. क्या हो जाएगा? 1 घंटा आपने बोल दिया, उसके बाद बोला कि now only I am coming to the central point. अरे बाप रे, अभी तो central point आ रहा है तो और कितना बोलने वाले? So that kind of impression should not be there. Again, many people used to say, finally I want to say like that. Finally I want to say matlab you are going to finish in the next slide. That is what finally. Or 15 minute finally bolo to what will happen? So don't say whenever you are presenting finally. If at all you are saying finally, the next slide you have to complete and put it thank you all. Okay, so like that you need to prepare your presentation so that the presentation will fit in the timing. Then the audience will enjoy your speech and the time can be managed. Okay, so that is some of the tips about how to present with a proper time management you can do in your presentations. And procrastination, management of procrastination. What is procrastination? Procrastination we all at least we will have. Okay, it is not to the full extent we have, but at least everybody will have this thing, procrastination, delaying, postponing or putting off the work. Unnecessarily we do. We may have time, you will be sitting simply that time, but अभी नहीं है, मूड नहीं है बाबा, आज नहीं करेंगे, बाद में. So why it is happening? That is called as procrastination, delaying, or you are simply postponing without reason. Maybe with reason, if you are saying that is different, that is planning, management. When you have some other work and you are saying that this work can be postponed, then you can say, okay, I'll keep it for tomorrow schedule. That is not a problem. But simply if you are postponing, that is called procrastination. In time management, this is one of the very important aspect, procrastination. How to stop this procrastination? There are so many books have been already published with 21 ways, 7 ways, 5 ways. You can Google it for procrastination, how to stop. There are so many people will give different way. All the views are is going to be entirely different. So that's what I told in the initial beginning only. I told you the presentation what I am giving is somewhat something in my mind what I have put and something from references. But you may have your own strategy to stop procrastination. You may have your own strategy to do something else. Just a minute. Dr. Deepa, you have given something?
No, no, sir.
Okay, some pop-up is coming. Okay, fine.
No, sir.
Okay, so that is procrastination. How to stop this? Let us understand what is this. When a person is focusing upon something other than what he should be focusing. Okay, you are focusing. You are expected to focus on all academic activities in your college. That time, if you are not focusing in on that aspect, but you are doing something else. So he is procrastinating and unnecessarily he is delaying that particular aspect which he has to focus, that he is not doing that work. So that is called procrastinating. Okay, so how to manage? So this is the points which have been told by some management aspects I have collected. Suppose the individual, let us think about the individual, they are not happy with their job. Okay, they find their job unpleasant. Then what will happen? They used to procrastinate the things. If you don't like your job with some reason, okay, maybe you are not good in that, you don't like that institute, you don't like your colleagues, you are not satisfied with your colleagues, you are not satisfied with your responsibilities, some way you are unpleasant, the job is unpleasant. That time this procrastination highly possible. You used to अरे interested नहीं है इसको क्यों अभी करना है, I will do it later on, like that you do. In that case, what you should do, you should consider something which is attractable, the payment or the rewards what you are doing after accomplishment of that particular job. When you complete that task, what benefit you will get, what rewards you will get, think about that, then you start accepting so that the procrastination you can stop it. Because if you don't like that job, you are there in the job. Somehow you are looking for some other job. But once you get the other job, then if you are not doing that is different. Suppose the next month you are getting one job, so that is a different issue. But till then you are in the picture. Okay. So there is no point in blaming the job, no point blaming the atmosphere till you are in that same atmosphere. Instead of that, if you are blaming that in the same atmosphere, it is going to give a negative impact on you only. Okay, you will go unnecessarily depression and you will not work properly and you will not work. I mean, personally also you will not do properly. So in that case, if you really you are jumping to some other job, till then you do your work properly. Second thing, these people are there disorganized individual. Okay, we can agree. There is no, there is nothing wrong in agreeing that I am a disorganized person. What is the problem in agreeing? We are not going to give any award that a person is very much organized person. No, I am not an organized person, but I know how to finish my task. If you are confidently say, nobody is going to question you. When you are disorganized, but when you are suffering with completion of job or the task which is given to you, and you fail to manage your timing, in that time you should learn properly to be an organized person. Then plan all the work and duties in a timely manner. You need all these strategies, whatever we have discussed. So that planning you can do if we are a disorganized person. Third case is there an overwhelming projects. If you get an overwhelming project, you cannot complete it within a time. So you should try to carry out it in a pieces. Okay. Don't take the project at a lot. Make it into small pieces and do it each part each day. Small part you can do. So slowly the work is going to be completed fast. It's not a problem at all. If you don't do this work, if it is an overwhelming project, then okay, tomorrow, if you are simply delaying that, after 1 month or after 1 week, the workload is going to be too much for you. So don't do that. Fourth category people are there, perfectionists. The perfectionist, what they do, they want to do everything very much perfect way. Sometimes it may not be required also. There is no much outcome in that, but still they want it very perfect way. Okay. So that perfectionist always they develop fear that what would be the outcome of this task. Before starting a task, a perfectionist used to think what would be the outcome of the task. They fear. When they fear, due to this fear, they just delay that process. Okay, अरे क्या होगा next? I don't know. ठीक है कल देखेंगे यार. अभी क्यों? Why to keep all this tension in our mind? Let us leave it. Tomorrow we'll discuss. The next day also is going to say the same thing. So unnecessarily there will be a delay. So in that case, he should seek support and assistance. So teamwork, normally the discussion with your team will really help you a lot in achieving some goals. So that has to be done for a perfectionist. Then last, when an individual is facing difficulty in decision making. Okay, some good concept you have. In the good concept, if you have a decision you have to make and you are not ready to take a decision making, you feel very much if I take a decision, what will happen? Like perfectionist, if you are thinking in that way, that time better consult experienced and proficient people. Okay. So like this, the management aspect says some 5 categories how to stop procrastination. If you think you are a procrastinating people, then please do these practices so that you will definitely achieve the task without delaying. What we can think about in our college studies or college institutions, in institutions, we just postpone some kind of works, student related work. Think about that. What kind of work I am delaying? What kind of work I am postponing here? So can I do it in that moment? What will happen to that? Why not? Just take a trial for a month. Okay, just 1 month trial. You just do that work on that day itself and do it and see how much workload is going to be reduced and how you are going to enjoy that. That is important. So this book, Brian Tracy, is giving a very good thing. If possible, please read this book. Eat That Frog. He has given 21 great ways to stop the procrastinating. Okay, all 21s are good, but one point is in the whole thing he has given a concept of eat that frog. So what is eat that frog? Every day when you come to the college, when you come to the institution, first work, eat that frog. I'm not saying eat a frog, means it's not a meaning exactly. How difficult is to eat one frog? Your frog is given to you. Okay. A live frog is given. We are asking you to eat it. Is it possible? So how difficult it is. Likewise, he is comparing this work, the job, the task, everything to a frog. Okay. So if suppose you have eaten the frog, what will happen? That work is done. Okay, then rest all other works are going to be very much easy for you. Why this concept is telling? Because if some work will be in our mind, we used to think that this work is a very big task. अरे बहुत है उसका वो सब करना है तो it is very difficult यार. Let us do it later on. So you are procrastinating that work because of its difficulty. So that difficulty you do it first. This is one strategy. Maybe some of you will agree, some of you may not agree, because for some people the tough task they will do it little later on, whereas the easy task they will do it first. That is up to you. But this is one task which is working out. If you complete this difficult task first, then later on the other task if you take, you can manage the time in your best manner. That's what the eat that frog he has told. There are so many other ways also he has given. You can have a reading of that book. Then what are all the way we get frustrated during waiting, right? You are going to meet some higher authority or a higher authority calls you to meet him the next day. The appointment has been given. You are going and you will be made to wait for more than 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, sometimes the whole day. You don't know. Okay, you will simply sit in front of his office. Outside you will sit. Many people will go and meet him. They will come back and you will not be called inside. Right? This is one case. Traffic signals. Whenever you go in the traffic signals, usually traffic will take place in the signals. Maybe 1 minute, 2 minutes will be there. But sometimes you will get stuck in the traffic. That time I'm just giving the situations. During these situations, how your mindset will be there. Most of our adrenaline will get raised and BP will be increased. We will be in stressful condition. Am I right? Is it like that? Yeah. Many times it happens like that. Some people will get sweat also. And during waiting, they will just walk here and there. Right? They cannot sit for a few minutes also. By the time they will take phone and just keep on watching the WhatsApp, Facebook and all. Some people will do in this way. But it is going to be a painful situation for many. So how to avoid this kind of things? How we can do this thing? So what will happen? Ultimately, the adrenaline levels when it is increased. What is adrenaline level? I think there are many non-pharmacy people also here. Anyhow, this is very general. You must be knowing fight or flight response. Example, suddenly in the roadside you are going, a big dog is approaching you. Suddenly it comes nearby you. What will happen? You will just scare automatically. You will get sweat and your adrenaline will be increased. That is the effect of adrenaline. Fight or flight. Either you will run, otherwise you will fight with the dog. Likewise, you will have a two situation. So any kind of situation when you are experiencing something like that, your BP will be increased, adrenaline increased. So due to this one physiological problem, due to this stress level, your health is going to be affected. Okay, so if such situation is happening continuously for 2-3 times in a week or 4-5 times in a month, ultimately your health is going to be weak because unnecessarily you are exposed to this kind of stress. So how to handle it? There are three tips have been given. They are not a very big ideas, but simple ideas. First of all, accept the weight inevitable. That means surrender, whole surrender. You accept that. Yes, he is a higher authority. I have come here. He has got lot many work. I'm just waiting. I will be waiting. It may takes 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour. I have to wait. First of all, accept yourself. That is the first thing you do. That will reduce your stress level to 50 to 60%. That's the fact. Once you start accepted, because what happen, अरे मेरे को वेट करने के लिए रख दिया उसने. These words we used to say. क्या है? What is this? How much time he is making me to wait? Is it the way? You may be promoted to his level maybe after 1 month or after 1 year, after 5 years. But right now you are there. But right now, what is your position? You have to wait. So that you accept first. Once you accepted that, that stress level is going to be less. Second thing, rename the wait. Don't call it as a waiting time. Okay, yourself you call it. It's a resting time. Have you ever taken rest during that wait time? Have you ever considered that wait time as a rest time? Example, you are a busy man. You are a busy schedule you have in your college and other thing. Have you ever got time to read your some books in the college? Is it possible? Books means your novel, some story books or your favorite books. You don't get time. Okay. So you consider this wait time for such a rest. If you have a books, you can read, but we will not take books all the time when we go to some offices and all. So what you can do, consider that as a rest time. We are not taking rest any time in our office. Simply sitting. You are taking today Wednesday. I have done lot much of work. Yeah. Today let me take rest. In a college, can you able to sit something like that? Not possible. You have your schedule. You have your all other work. You cannot sit like that. Have you ever taken rest during when you are riding bike in the roadside? You are not taken rest, but now you take. How you will take? During this waiting time, you take a rest. Simple example, breathing exercises have been told by many people. You don't get time, do it that time. Sit in a comfortable position, just observe your breath slowly. Your deep breath you can take, breathe in or breathe out. Slowly you do. The wait time, let it go 1 hour also. Do something if you have, otherwise you do this way. So rename the wait as a resting time. Waiting time will be converted into resting time as per you. So you take rest in that particular times. Third one, use the wait. So if possible, use the wait in whatever all the way you want. If you have your books with you, read it. If you are at a signal in the roadside, enjoy the outside. Try to enjoy the outside. See the other persons, what they are doing. Such kind of something you can use it, or some other thing you can use. Okay, so you will be rested, more relaxed and efficient. So these are the 3 tips for the waiting time. So these are the some of the time management strategies. Those things whatever I have discussed so far is just to maintain the times. In official work, we just discussed about the official work. I have not talked about the family time, so that you think about the quality time. Nobody at the deathbed will say, I wish I had spent more time at the office. Have anybody said like that? But people used to say they want to say, I wish I had spent more time with my family. So think that one. A simple small exercise if you want to say. In a paper, you write 3 things, name 3 things that mean the most to you, which you consider these are the 3 things which is that means most favor to me. Write that one. Then on the whole 3 things you write how much time you are spending for that in a week. For example, I like to roam or else I like to be with my family, with my kids. This is my favorite. Like that, if you are thinking, I want to play with my kids, it is your favorite, for example. So how much time I played with my kids in a week? How much hours you are? You just write. I want to be with my family. This is my most favorite in my life. How much time you spend with your family in a week? Write down. Likewise, three major thing in your life. What is that? You please write and write the time also, and you observe, and you will be surprised that you are not spending more time for what you like most in your life. Just check it and see. Okay. So whatever official work is there, let it be one side. You spend time as a quality time. Decide what is quality time. So time spent making money versus time spent on the family. Just decide accordingly, plan your schedules and make it. So hereafter, please don't say no time for me. If you want to know the importance of time, just quietly sit for 2 minutes. Don't do anything. You don't do anything at all. Don't think anything also. And simply sit for 2 minutes and observe. You ask anybody, you just sit, remove your watches and don't, no clock should be there. Close your eyes. Just sit for some time and ask them to tell once 1 minute is over. Most of the people will say 1 minute over before exactly 1 minute. Even 30 seconds, 15-20 seconds also people used to say 1 minute over. So you will know the importance of time when you observe, when you are alone, without thinking anything, just think about 2 minutes, then you will realize how time is precious. Okay, so I hope I have done with some of the strategies, whatever possible in this short period of time. So the recap, yesterday is cancelled check, tomorrow is a promissory note, today is a ready cash. So please use it. Every moment is very important. Plus, please use it. Whatever the points I told you, I'm giving as just a glance. Plan your work every day morning. Make a to-do list every day and try. When feasible, delegate the work. Don't let paperwork pile up on your table. Do not postpone work. Identify your time waster and resolve to eliminate them. Add times for relaxation and recreation in your schedule. Be in time, be punctual. Before 10 minutes, you be there. Learn to say no, it's not a crime. Prepare lecture content as per time, presentations, rehearse it and go for a scientific presentations. Procrastination, eat the frog. Make use of committed time, travel time, waiting time, use it properly. Set goals and work towards achieving them. Okay, so with these words, let us love our life, love our profession, plan our time and manage it effectively, have more quality time, make a difference. Thank you very much for your valuable time, and thank you very much the coordinators for giving me a wonderful opportunity. I hope I have completed as per the time as given to me. Still, I am keeping some 7 minutes for the 6 minutes for discussion. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. To summarize the lecture on time management, sir has nicely explained truth about time management, significance of time management, myths about time management, implementation of time management, various steps for the achievement of goal, and tips for regular office work, as well as role of delegation in time management and difficulties in delegations, time effectiveness in office culture, use of social media in management of time, how to manage time for scientific presentations and lectures, and lastly, he has nicely explained the concept of procrastination and management of it. So with this summarizing the content, I request sir, we will take question answer session. Few of the participants have posted their question in the chat box, so I'll take that question. Dr. Bothiraja sir has asked how to manage time while doing research and academic work.
Yeah, it's a good question. Academic work includes research work also, as we are nowadays research work, people are telling you how to concentrate on research work. So I think you are mentioning about the lecture practicals regarding academic work. Again, time management, plan, schedule, you have to go for that. Keep some time for your research work separately. keep your academic work separately so that you can able to manage the things very properly. Example, your practical times and theory times, everything will be already well mentioned. So only those times you are going to engage in the academic activities. But involving in the research activity is really difficult if you have a work schedule more. So you need to approach your higher authorities at least to reduce your academic schedule if you are a core researcher. Otherwise, normal researcher along with the things as per the schedule, maybe you have a weekly 3 hours of your teaching workload, and remaining if you have a practical workload, remaining time you can able to do it with the research activities. Yes, it should be a well defined time schedule, then you can able to manage, I think.
We will move to second question. Kaushalya Devi, how can you find balance and prioritize your academic, professional, and personal responsibilities?
Okay, that's balancing is very important. Balancing and prioritize your academic, professional, and personal responsibilities. Okay, my last slide, if you have seen, that is what I kept only one slide of quality time, because the whole presentation today I have taken only about the professional aspects, but only professional thing is not life. What for we have come to a profession? We have come to this profession to lead a good, comfortable life. So it is highly required to give a quality time for your things. I think last so many quotes you must have seen. The person who is working more time in office other than the office time is inefficient. Usually people used to say, even some of the Narayana Murthy from IT field, he has his famous quote, this one. So when official time is given from 10 to 5 o'clock, what is the necessary to do your work more after 5 o'clock? This is the first question. So you have committed to work in a profession up to this much time, then why you are taking that work to your house, and when you are doing that, that means it shows your inefficiency. We have not planned our time properly. Okay, so balancing is highly required. Your family time, whatever the time is allotted, for that time you have to spend. There is no other way. If you take your whole files to your house, and if you start working at the night at the house and doing this work, then that is not a quality time as of me. You have to do. Initially, due to enthusiasm, youngsters usually they used to do like that. Example, like your research publication and all other aspects we are doing, you may not get time. As Dr. Botira just said, you won't get time doing the research activity when you are doing academic work. So ultimately what you will do, you will take the work to house and you do. So the result, what will be the result? You will get more publication, but you are compromising with your family time. That is not advisable at all. Okay, professional life, you keep your time, family time should be balanced. So that is what the time limit is given, 10 to 5. Use that time properly only for then you can able to do it. So priority, as of me, both should be balanced. Keep the time schedule for both and you will enjoy both things.
Sir, third question, how to keep time management in complicated work environment like dual leadership environment?
Yeah. Yeah, dual leadership, not only dual leadership, even the multitasking. Okay, many of us, we are in multitasking. Okay, but to be frank, you should evaluate yourself whether you are suitable for multitasking or not. Nowadays, the multitasking concept is slowly is coming down. One work at a time will give you a good result compared to a multitasking. So try to find out, instead of people are maybe in different forums, try to find out which forum is very much important for you. In that you concentrate first. So the work will not be complicated. First of all, you are telling complicated work. Why it is becoming complicated? How to keep in management in complicated work? I don't think so. It's a complicated work. A work, when you are thinking as a complicated work, that moment itself you are fearing about that work. No work will be complicated in the world as of me, because each and every task there are strategies. If it is not possible by yourself, then You should take your assistants, you should take your team and delegate the work. So the work you are going to make it in a simple form. So like that you practice. So any kind of dual leadership or multiple leadership, for example, one person is looking after two organizations. That is what dual leadership you are asking. Okay, in that case, timing is okay. Many people are looking that. So they allot timing for a X institute for some time and the other task Y for some time. They give timing for both. So that work delegation, if you do properly, all the work can be managed easily. So complicated work will become easy. So no work is complicated if you plan it properly.
Thank you, sir, for nicely answering the questions. Now here we will end up the session, today's session. I request all the participants to fill the attendance which is posted in the chat box as well as on the WhatsApp group. And tomorrow morning the schedule will start at sharp 10 a.m. Thank you all.
Yeah, that is last one. I'm mentioning complicated environment, not work, sir. Okay, okay. Complicated environment you are saying. Okay, okay, no issue. Yeah. Thank you all for your wonderful cooperation.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Satya sir.
Thank you, thank you.